What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today we're gonna be showcasing the Oxlots, Sedom, Judge Kisei Arena offense team comp, showing you guys kind of how to build it, some idea if you have these units, and if you're a defensive player, you really need to know how to defend against this. So I'll be giving you guys tips as I go on how you can defend yourself and why certain units are so popular in the defense. It is because of this offense. So if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Discord server. We've been able to do a lot of really cool things like the tournament. I do want to do a fun tournament in the future, so make sure you join the Discord. Also, if you want to support the channel financially, consider becoming a member of the channel. You can do that by either clicking the join button or go in the description and clicking the link there. If you do become a member, you get a really cool pimped out name in the Discord server, as well as whenever I stream, like tomorrow, you'll be able to use the emojis I have set for you guys there, and your name will be like nice and highlighted, so I'll know that you are a member and everyone else will be able to too. So yeah, consider doing that if you want to support the channel financially. But alright, enough about the intro. Let's actually get to what we came here to do. The Oxlots Judge Kisei Sedom team. So if you're a high level player, you know that this is the best offense. Maybe you've never seen it in action, or maybe you have seen it in action and you're wondering how to build it, or what some tools they have that they can make the arena offense good. The other thing you might be wondering, King, how did you get this arena offense? Are you a whale? No, I'm a dolphin. I've said that in the past, but this is not my account. So a lot of the gear is not how I would like it to be. This is actually my brother's account. But he was kind enough to let me go into his account and try out a lot of different things, especially because I was running out of units to showcase you guys, but he took a completely different approach to the game than I did, and I will be using this account more in the future for showcases as well as for streams tomorrow. So if you want to see the full account, make sure to tune in on the stream tomorrow, where I'm gonna show the whole account and show some of the things that he has that I don't have, that I think is really, really cool. But yeah, really excited about that. He doesn't play it as often anymore, so I'm probably going to take over his account and help him out with it, so when he comes back, he'll be ready for it. But yeah, let's actually see the team. So some of the key players and how to build those key players. So first one, I might use Lilius, I might not. The reason why this Lilius is on Bastion of Pelusia, you might be wondering why. Why not Aureus? Why not Adamant Shield? So the idea behind this is for Oxlots Judge Kisei teams, if you don't FCC, and my brother does not have FCC, the team sometimes struggles against Charles and units that can counterattack, because then they can break through the barrier and kill the unit. So that could be a really dangerous situation. And in those scenarios, like Celine, for example, like Celine could really mess up the cleave. So the idea for it, this is in case there's a Celine or any of those units that can counterattack. It's for safety. It's to make sure that your Judge Kisei won't die. So you might see the Lilius today, you might not, but just know that they have access to a knight in a slot in the team because they only need 3 units. The core is just the Judge Kisei, the Sedom, and the Oxlots. So that's one of the units for showcasing for that video. The other one, of course, is the Judge Kisei. So again, my brother he decided to go with this build. It's a very free-to-play build, and you guys will be like, wow, Judge Kisei can do this much on a free-to-play build. Yes, Judge Kisei can do this much on a free-to-play build. So you want to get the attack as high as possible. Some endgame players can get this attack and get like over 300 crit damage, easy, right? So this Judge Kisei is on the weaker side, so just know that she is actually on the weaker side of Judge Kisei's. But my brother, again, he's been playing for a while, but he just hasn't any luck with gear. But he was able to make it work with free-to-play gear. So if you have Judge Kisei, she's super powerful on just freaking free-to-play gear, which is so powerful. The other unit that you'll be seeing today, of course, is the Sedom. So again, a very free-to-play Sedom. Look at this. She has green right here. She has blue. She has some red. She's another core of the team because she's able to push up the 4th member. And she's also able to take out tanky Ruels with this S2 Soulburn. And actually, this tome should be ideally plus 30, so he just hasn't done it, so I'll just do it for you guys real quick. So you do need at least one of these maxed out, if not 2, but you need at least 1 maxed out, and I'll show you guys why in a second. And if you can get 2, that's even better. So let me show you guys why 2 is so strong, and we'll see that when we actually see the team. Then the other unit that he uses, of course, is Arbiter Vildred. This is if he really wants to cleave. This will be his 4th member. Again, free to play RB. All the gear is pretty much free to play with the exception of like this sword. And even then, it's not even reforged. So again, super easy units to build for this team. So it's just so powerful. Like what it does, it's so broken. And then of course the Oxlots, not the fastest in the world, not the slowest. He did actually reforge this one, get him a little speed, and we'll see how we can bump up the speed in arena offense. So those are the key players. Ideally for the Oxlots as fast as possible to succeed up, attack, and crit damage. For the Judge Kise, you may have seen the crit damage was actually not at 100, and that's because Sedum's leader skill actually gives 12.6%. So with the 12.6%, she is actually at 100% crit rate. So because Sedum is there paired up, she is going to be at 100% crit rate. So that makes it a lot easier. So now you guys know what the team is built. Now we'll showcase some arena fights. These fights will go super fast because the team is that powerful. And then we'll go over and be like, okay, we saw all these defenses get like destroyed, right? How can you defend yourself against this? So this is a challenger. Ideally, I'd like to show you guys champion level gear, but I don't have these units and I have to help my brother out to actually get to that level. So we're just gonna clear the list. We're gonna see if we can actually clear the list, and you guys will see we most likely will be able to clear the list because this defense is that powerful. So we'll take it against this guy first. So for this one, they don't have any counterattack threats, so we can bring more damage, right? So for this one, what a lot of Judge Kise teams will do is put a damage dealer right here, and boom, look at that, all damage. So now we have two forms of damage and the Judge Kise, and we have the double tome. So let's just see how this looks like.
Our side today as well.
This is, oh man, every time I fight this, I do this, I'm always like, this is nuts.
Should I fight like Lots?
So
Take this.
Push up,
Focus on this battle.
soul burn, get a big slap. So he did have the Elris sword on the FCC. Let me turn the volume down. Actually, this is too loud. So let me turn the volume down because I realize the voice, the sounds of the game are kind of loud right now. So that's my bad, y'all. Let me turn that down real quick. Okay. So let's go back. Okay. So now we still were able to basically kill everyone off, right? And this is the part that I'm just like, this team is so broken. So with the S2, we were able to kill the C side. And now with the Sedum, we soul burn here, slap. And now we have RB, and look at that. GG no re. Easy peasy. This is it's so broken, dude. Like, this guy had a good idea with the Fallen Cecilia having the Elris, because that can actually stop a Judge Kise team, but it didn't even matter because our first S2 was already so powerful. It's so stupid, dude. Every time I use this deep offense, I'm just like, small get messed up. And a lot of people don't guard against this offense, and this is the only offense. This is the best offense right now. This is the #1 offense right now in all content of the game. So I want to find some RBs to show you guys how this offense does against RB. But again, let's see if this guy's on Elris sword. So this guy was not on Elris sword. We did not kill the C side, but now we get the S3 with the Judge Kise. And this has several layers of protection here. So we killed 2 other units. The C side survives. But we'll just be able to clean up again as we saw before. So the RB's a little bit on the slow side. So ideally you'd want the RB to be a little bit faster so he would not get cut in. But yeah. RB hasn't even really taken a real turn. And we haven't even used the RB. This could be anyone. Which is what makes this offense so powerful. You can put whatever you want there, and it will help you out. So let's do this defense. You see the Elmo can, right? So you're like, okay, that's a little bit on the scarier side, right? You see the Ravi. This could be a lot of damage could be coming from this, but we see no damage mitigation. So for the Arbiter Builder, there is no damage mitigation for the Arbiter Builder. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna slap on that Lily's that I showed you guys. We're gonna slide her in right there, get that attack on these 2 units. I think Oxlots gives a little bit more. So she's getting the most. She's giving Bastion of Perlucia to the Judge Kise. And now let's see how adaptable this offense is. And it's so stupid that this offense is so adaptable. It's just such a strong offense. Like, look at this. We have a thick shield right now. And we also see the RB, right? But because we get the extra turn, as long as we kill with this skill, it's GG. So So we easily kill the RB. Our Judge Kisa does not survive. Oh, we didn't have the Bastion. So we messed up. So that was, so we should have won that one if we had a better Bastion. So that was our fault for not having a better Bastion. But you guys get the idea. You guys see how we could have won this one, right? He got the counterattack, which is good. So this guy actually has a good defense against the Judge Kisa team because it's a little bit more RNG with the Ken. But again, no harm, no foul, right? So we almost won it. Imagine it. This is a Bastion Prelution that is not that strong. We almost killed the Ken too. Not gonna lie. We could have also have gone for a. That was just unlucky. But again, look how powerful that was. Even though we lost, you guys got to see how Bastion can add an extra layer of protection to the team. Ideally, we would have wanted to have a level 30 Bastion, but we don't have that level 30 Bastion, so we can't get it. If you had a Fallen CC, you could then have Aureus. So there's so many things you can do. The other thing I could do is just legit bring another Knight, like a Crow, to give even more damage mitigation. So we could even do that and just take off the Sidon, right? So let me just show you guys how versatile this is. Right, so I should have known that there's no damage mitigation here, so let me just try it one more time. Because I do think we can win against this defense. I might be wasting my time here. But we could also just put in the Vildred. There's a lot of things you can do. We could put in the Vildred, we could put in another Knight for the Sedom. We could do a lot of other things. If we put the RB, then we can make it so we can come back and kill everyone with RB. So there's that. So there's a lot of different things you can do. I'm not gonna show that one again because I wanna see if we can show one last one. So again, we saw it against RB. Let's do it against a speed team. Oh, this one, there's no way we're outspeeding this one. So for this one, even though, like, let's say I did potentially want to outspeed it, right? So I'm gonna throw some flags. But if we wanted to outspeed it, right, we could do something like this. And then it becomes a speed race, right? So if I find the Vildred, and I could even try to match the speed, right? So I could do this, because I already know I'm getting the kill with the Judge Kise. So I have a Vildred of my own. So if I do this, it's a speed race now. This is just a speed race. So now it's like, okay, who gets first turn? And it's like, we saw this against tanks, we saw this against offensive teams, and now we can see this against like the speed teams. We outspeed because we have the double imprint, and now we just win. We just won right here. There's no counterplay right now. GG. Like, you tried, you know. We do miss the crit because we don't have the Sedom, but it doesn't even matter. You know, it's like he can't come back. GG. So I've shown several, and then also the reset on the Judge Kise is broken, and then we can just clean up here with the Vildred. So this offense is honestly so stupid, but you have to guard against it. Oxlot's Judge Kise is one of the strongest offenses in the game. It's fast, it's strong, it's versatile. So there's so many things that you have to guard against when you're playing against this defense. And you have to guard against it in your arena defense. So what can you do, right? So we saw two different things how people actually prepare against it. So one of them, how do you counter this defense, right? So one of the reasons why this unit was so popular for so long, and is still a very good option to actually put on your arena defense, is actually going to be using an ammo Ken. So how to counter it? One of the ways you can counter it is actually by putting in there an ammo Ken. We saw that is one of the bigger weaknesses, because the Judge Kise, even through the penetration, she can die, right, to the ammo Ken. The other thing, you saw the Ravi there, so he had two counter attackers. Let's say you don't have Ravi, you can also put Charles. Charles also is extremely dangerous because you're able to come in, attack, counterattack, and then strip the buffs of the Judge Kise. So not only do you have to worry about the Charles counterattacking you, you also have to worry about the Charles stripping your buffs, which takes away a lot of your damage and makes it so you might not get the kill on like the Arbiter Vildred. Another really good option against these, of course, is Fallen Cecilia. Fallen Cecilia provides a barrier that mitigates a lot of the S2 damage. The other thing that Fallen Cecilia could do is also be on an Elris Sword, like we saw with that other player. He had the right idea of leaving his FCC on Elris Sword because then he's able to counterattack, provoke the Judge Kise, and stop the cleave in its tracks. Because then I lose access to the S3, I may not be able to kill the kill as effectively. As far as, okay, I've been saying a lot of pay to win, but ideally, it comes down to 3 things to counter Judge Kise cleaves. Thing number 1, disruption. Can you disrupt? So a good disruptor is going to be Ambitious Tywin. His S1 on Elris Sword will provoke, will steal souls. So this does 2 things. First, it can provoke the Judge Kise, and second, it can steal the souls. The steal the souls will make it so that Sidam will not have access to the Soulburn S2, making it a lot harder for the Sidam to actually take out a priority Royal Light. The other thing, provoke, again, if you provoke the Judge Kise, that's a really good disruption. So disruptors is what you want. Another really good disruptor is in the form of Tempest Surin. Tempest Surin will not die to the Judge Kise cleave. If you give her any form of barrier, or anyone that can lifesteal, you're going to be able to sustain, and then you're able to you might be able to cut in between cleaves inside of the Sidam, come in with the skill, silence everyone, and win the fight, which is why T-Cern is also so powerful, and why so many people use it. Another one, of course, so there's so many different units that disrupt. Then, aside from disruption, is just tanking it out. There are ways to tank it out. One of them, of course, Fallen Cecilia. The other way, one of the units that honestly doesn't get talked about enough for tanking it out is going to be Elena. So Elena can mitigate the Judge Kise damage with the S2, and after the S2 clicks on, she's able to come back with an with a heal. So basically mitigating the damage done by the Judge Kise with the S2, making it so your team won't die to the S3. And if she's on the tome, she'll be able to get a turn, and if she's high effect resistance, which she should be a high effect resistance, Elena, to be able to counter Judge Kise, she'll be able to come in with an S3. So again, there are a lot of counters to the offense, but people do not put them or do not set them up properly because they don't understand how the Judge Kise offense works. So essentially what you want to guard against is either put a disruptor, put some form of sustain, or just outspeed. The best one being the just sustain it out. Try to add a disruptor, but just try to sustain it. Elena, Tywin, FCC, some of the bigger ones, and of course T-Cern. So that is all for this showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed, got to learn a little bit about the Judge Kise Oxlot's offense and why this offense is so stummy broken. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.